Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we just got brand new details from the latest Resident Evil showcase, all focused on the upcoming Resident Evil Requiem, which is officially scheduled to release on February 27th. Capcom revealed a lot of interesting information about the game's development, its dual protagonists, and how Requiem blends classic survival horror with modern action. So let's break down everything we learned from the showcase. Background and development insight. One of the most interesting revelations is that Capcom originally tried to make Resident Evil Requiem a pure Leon-focused horror game. However, during development, the team felt that players wouldn't fully buy into a version of Leon that felt too timid or helpless. Leon has been through a lot across the series, and Capcom wanted to respect that evolution. So instead of forcing him into traditional survival horror, they decided to split the experience between two very different playstyles. That's where Grace comes in. Dual protagonists. Leon vs. Grace. Resident Evil Requiem features two playable characters, each offering a distinct gameplay experience. Grace's sections are designed to feel much closer to Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 7. These segments focus on tight, claustrophobic environments, scarce ammunition, slower pacing, and truly terrifying enemy encounters. Grace's gameplay is all about vulnerability and tension, bringing back that classic survival horror feeling longtime fans love. On the other hand, Leon's sections lean more toward high-stakes tension similar to Resident Evil 4, but without losing the horror edge. His gameplay is described as more thrilling rather than outright terrifying. Leon's story and gameplay evolution. Story-wise, Requiem takes place after the events of Resident Evil 6, and Leon is still working with the DSO. According to Capcom, Leon is being pushed to his absolute limits, both physically and mentally. Gameplay-wise, Leon's combat is described as an evolution of Resident Evil 4, refined gunplay, more fluid movement, and expanded combat options. Leon can now use a hatchet to parry attacks, adding a new layer of strategy to encounters. You can also target specific enemy body parts, allowing you to disable or manipulate enemies rather than just unloading bullets. This makes Leon's sections feel more tactical and intense, rather than purely action-heavy. Grace's gameplay and survival horror focus. Grace's sections contrast sharply with Leon's. You'll be navigating narrow corridors, dark, oppressive spaces, and enemies designed to make you feel powerless. Ammo is extremely limited, forcing players to think carefully about every encounter. These segments are clearly designed to recapture the fear and anxiety that defined earlier Resident Evil titles. Enemies and world details. Another standout detail from the showcase is how zombies behave in Requiem.
Through you,
zombies will retain characteristics from when they were alive. For example, a zombie who was a custodian might still be seen trying to clean, adding an eerie layer of environmental storytelling. This small detail makes the world feel more disturbing and grounded, reminding players that these were once real people. Weapons. Crafting in the Requiem gun. One of the most unique weapons revealed is the Requiem gun, a large-caliber assault revolver. It deals massive damage but has extremely limited ammo, making it a last resort weapon rather than something you rely on constantly. Crafting also returns, but with a darker twist. Players can create specialized injectors using infected blood, which adds a morally unsettling layer to survival and resource management. Closing thoughts. Overall, Resident Evil Requiem looks like Capcom is striking a careful balance between classic survival horror and modern Resident Evil action. Grace delivers the fear, Leon delivers the tension, and together, they create a game that feels like a natural evolution of the franchise. With a release date set for February 27th, it won't be long before we get our hands on it. Let me know in the comments what you think about the dual protagonist approach, and whether you're more excited to play as Leon or Grace. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more Resident Evil and gaming news, and I'll see you in the next one.